Alright, I felt like I was too generous to Rougned Odor in my first video where I critiqued him on his horrible baseball fundamentals. But in this one, I'm going to go ahead and try my best to tear Rougned Odor a new one. And I'm going to get a lot off my chest, so please be ready. First, let's talk about how much money he's just stealing from the Texas Rangers. Rougned Odor's current contract is 6 years worth $49.5 million. $49.5 million. That is $49,499,994 too much. Rougned Odor should make $1 every year of his contract. That's how much he's worth. Maybe that's even too much. He'll be a free agent in 2024, and good God, I cannot wait for that year to come. As if 2020 is not already bad enough, Rougned Odor just loves to add to it. Rougned Odor is only famous for one reason. People only know his name for only one reason, and that's because of this.
Odor dropping down. Rougned said, nope. Whoa!
But now that he's a household name on the Texas Rangers, that doesn't seem to faze Rougned one bit, because he still can't play the sport of baseball worth a shit. Rougned Odor has struck out almost half of his at-bats this season. Almost. He has had 43 at-bats this season, and he has struck out, either looking or swinging, 17 of those. He has struck out in 17 of his 43 at-bats this season. That's Chris Davis numbers. Chris Davis, with a C, not a K. Last year, Chris Davis for the Baltimore Orioles went 0 for 54 at the plate to begin the 2019 campaign, finally breaking that streak with a 2-run single against the Red Sox in 2019.
Yeah, the hit. He hasn't had one this year, of course. Porcello out of the full windup. Davis is going to get one. Base hit into right field. Mancini will score. Smith will score. RBIs 1 and 2. And for Chris Davis, it's over, baby.
Rougned Odor is almost on that track. This season so far, he's 5 for 43. And we'll get into that later. But Rougned is to the Rangers what Chris Davis is to the Orioles. Absolute trash. Which just begs the question, for me at least, why is he still starting? Why do you have Rougned starting at second base almost every game? Rougned has played 12 games this season out of the 16 that we've had so far. The reason why Rougned didn't play in 4 of these games so far is because he was injured, which is a total lie. I cannot bring myself around to believe the fact that Rougned Odor injured himself, which is why he was taken out for 4 games. I hope the reason is because Woodward looked at Odor and he's like, you know what, you're really bad this season, so I'm going to go ahead and bench you for a couple of games, but I'm going to tell everybody else that's because of injury so that your reputation is not diminished. Does that sound good? And then Rougned said something in Spanish like, up ahead, you know, I don't speak Spanish. But Rougned Odor, he just does not need to start every single game. He could DH, but no. We have 4 other guys that can play the second base position. 4! And the reason why Woodward believes in Odor so much is beyond me. The 4 other guys that we have are Nick Solak, who is on fire this season, especially last night. He went 3 for 4, and we'll talk about that in a second. Anderson Tejada, he's a rookie, and he's, he can't be much worse than Odor, but we wouldn't know because we haven't seen him. Danny Santana, who's, he's up and down, but he's injured so far this year, for real. Or we could go ahead and call up Derek Dietrich because we just signed him to a minor league deal. But beggars can't be choosers, so I'll just keep wishing. One thing that really bothered me about Monday night's loss to the Mariners, Rougned got a hit with nobody on base when it was 9-2. When the Rangers were losing 9-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rougned comes up to bat, leading off, and he gets a rope single. Okay, fine. He finally got a hit. But his reaction was just terrible. I mean, he got way too excited because he finally got a hit.
He has stranded 4 runners in his first 2 at-bats. And he hits his ball hard out to right field and high off the fence. A long single.
We're down 7 runs, Rougned. Be humble about it. Act like you've done it before. Oh wait, that's right. You don't do it that often. So okay, please continue. Speaking of games that were recently played, last night, which is Tuesday, the 11th, we had 6 runners left on base for the whole entire game. For the whole entire game. 6. Not bad. But the reason I'm bringing that up is because those 6 runners left on base were because of Rougned Odor. That's right. He had 4 at-bats last night, He went 0 for 4, what a big surprise, and he left 6 runners on base. His first 3 at-bats, he had 2 guys on that he could easily bring home. But no, he stranded them. He had 4 at-bats last night. In his first 3, he stranded 2 runners on each at-bat, with a ground out, a pop-up to the catcher, and another ground out. How about that? But all that being said, let's go ahead and get into his batting stats for the season so far. Now, like I said earlier, Rougned has had 43 at-bats this season so far. And guess what? 16 of those 43 at-bats are at-bats that ended the inning. Yeah. He had the last at-bat 16 times of an inning that he got out and then proceeded to end that inning. Isn't that awesome? 2 of those ended the game. That's right. He had an opportunity to give us a chance to win or maybe continue on in a game in the bottom of the ninth because both of those games were at home. And guess what? Both of those at-bats that ended the game were both strikeouts. Yeah. And speaking of strikeouts, he has 17 of those this year. Yeah. 17 out of 43 at-bats he struck out. I already mentioned that, but I just thought I'd mention it again. Now at the ballpark, I have a cardboard cutout thanks to my brother who got us each one, and we sit in the stands for every home game. And I imagine that every time Rougned Odor comes up to bat, my cardboard cutout lets out nice big old tears because he knows what's coming up. Failure. But here's my favorite stat of Rougned Odor this season so far. Rougie, by my numbers, has had 17 at-bats this year where he has runners on base. Not necessarily in scoring position, but just 17 at-bats with runners on base as he's batting. And in those 17 at-bats, he has stranded 31 runners. Yeah, not necessarily ending the inning, but those 17 at-bats that he has missed an opportunity to get a hit on with runners on base, he has stranded 31 runners. That's unheard of. And now I'd like to bring on my best friend, a brother if you will, Shane Garcia. Hi, Shane. I just have one question for you. What do you think about Rougned Odor?
He sucks.
Thank you very much. All right, thank you for your time. Shane Garcia, everybody. And before I wrap this video up, I just want to give you some information on Rougned Odor's splits for this season. At home, he's played 10 games, and his average is 139, which is 5 for 36. He's got 1 double, 1 homer, 3 RBIs, 3 walks, and 15 strikeouts. No place like home. At away games, he only has 2 of those because he was injured for 4. He has a 0 average. That's 3 zeros. .000. He's 0 for 7 with 2 strikeouts. All right. In the month of July, he played 6 games, and he had an average of 136, which is 3 for 22, with 1 double, a home run, 2 RBIs, 3 walks, and 9 strikeouts. So far in the month of August, which is where we are right now, 0.95 is his average, and he's 2 for 21. 1 RBI and 8 strikeouts. That's great. For his left-handed batters, he's really bad. 1 for 17, which is an 0.59 average. He's got 1 RBI, a walk, and 7 strikeouts. Right-handed batting, he's 4 for 22 with a 182 average. A double, a homer, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. With the bases loaded, he's got a 0 average, 0 for 2 with 1 strikeout. Fantastic. With runners in scoring position, second base or better, his average is 143, and he's 2 for 14 in those situations. He's got a double, which is the first game of the season, which we all thought, okay, yeah, maybe, but no. 2 RBIs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. That's right, 4. With no outs, he's 2 for 9, 222. With 1 out, he's got a 125 average, 2 for 16. 2 outs, 0.56 average, 1 for 18. With 9 strikeouts. With 2 outs, we can always rely on him. When he bats in the 3-hole, the 3 position, third in the lineup, so to speak, he's 1 for 17, 0.59 average. A homer, an RBI, 2 walks, and 10 strikeouts. 10 strikeouts. When you're the 3-hole, your job is to set up for the cleanup man, which would be Gallo. Rougned doesn't want to, so when Woodward decides to move him down to the 5-hole, he's 143, that's his average, 2 for 14. Double, an RBI, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. In the 6-hole, he's 250, 2 for 8, So it's not bad. An RBI and 3 strikeouts. In the 7 hole, which is where he played last night, 0 average, 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Typical. Now when he leads off an inning, that's where he looks best. 2 for 6 with a 333 average, a walk and 1 strikeout. I'm not saying put him in the leadoff spot every game. Please do not do that. But I'm just saying that, that's where he shows his strength. Now here's where it gets really interesting. When he's ahead in the count, a 3-1 count, full count, what have you, his average is 250, and that's 3 for 12, which is not bad, respectable. He's got 1 double, 2 RBIs, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Not terrible, respectable. But here's the real kicker. When he's behind in the count, 0-2, 1-2, he is 0 for 16. And if you're a mathlete, that's a 0 average. 0 for 16. 10 strikeouts. 10. I don't know. So that brings his season totals, 12 games played, an average of 116, 5 for 43, a home run, a double, 3 singles, 3 RBIs, 3 walks, 17 strikeouts, 3 runs scored, and an on-base percentage of 191. Chris Woodward, I hope that this video gets to your attention. I really do. And I want you to realize that there are fans out here, much like myself, who hate Rougned Odor because of his playing performance. We love him because of what he did to Toronto's Batista. But for the love of God, please stop relying on that to make him a superstar. Thank you for watching. Go Rangers. Rougned, just